Hey everyone, we've got a 2003 Chevy Malibu here, and we're going to be replacing the front right brake caliper because it is seized. Before we take anything off, we're going to loosen all the bolts that we're going to be moving throughout the removal and reinstall. Start by loosening the bracket to caliper bolts. But don't remove them. That was a 12 mil there. This is a previously rebuilt caliper, so it may have different bolt sizes than the ones I'm working with here. Next, we're going to take a 13 mil with an extension and remove and loosen the bracket bolts.
Don't you have half inch?
Don't need it. All right, here we go with the proper socket. There we go. Let's do the next one. Just so you can see where I am. There. Right there. We're also going to loosen the brake hose bolt. This one here is an 11 mil. I'm just going to put that back on snug enough so that doesn't leak. Let's go back to our 13. And remove the caliper. Also, as we're not replacing the rotor, you can throw a couple of lug nuts back on and keep it steady while you're working here. All right, second caliper bolt is out. Give it a tug. You can put a flat blade screwdriver in here between the caliper and the vanes, the rotor if you want, if it's really stuck. And that's it.
Any pad left?
Pads have taken a bit of a beating, but we'll scuff them up with some sandpaper and throw them back in, and they may last till spring. To make the removal of the caliper a little easier, let's get the bracket out of the way. Okay. Got our new caliper here, the new bolt, and 2 new washers. What we're going to do very quickly here is remove that 11 mil bolt. Quickly swap the line onto the new caliper. That's going to be 11 mil as well.
Some paper towels. A drip on too.
Once you've removed the hose, don't twist it any. Try to keep the original position of it so that when you put the caliper back on, the new one on, there's no twists in it. Some fluid will leak out. Don't try to stop it. Usually make more of a mess trying to stop it. We're going to put that right in the garbage for now. Make sure you take off both washers when you do this. Do not double washer either side. Okay, going back to the reinstall. one washer, put it over your banjo bolt. Take the other washer. Now I can put this on. Alright, we've got it started by hand. It does not go that way, it will not seat properly, it has to go that way. Just get it snug enough so that it's not dripping, and we can tighten that down later when it's secured. Hang that back. Got new hardware for this on the bracket. Just take that, press it in, push down on the middle piece, and that'll bend the tabs to lock that in. Same for the other side. It's the same part, so it doesn't matter which side it goes on. Next, we're going to take this new spring clip here. Okay, this goes. That one?
Let's look at the old
Forget
one.
which way it goes. You can always look at the old one. Okay. Your new spring clip. It's going to go in like this. Push down, slide it forward, and then push down on the front tab here until it locks in like that. Next, we're going to get a little bit of brake lube. And add it where the brake pads will sit. Okay, I'm going to reinstall the bracket. We'll thread the bolts in by hand. Typically when you do a brake job, you'll also need to remove the slider pins here and grease these, but they've come pre-greased since this is a rebuilt caliper. Okay, we decided to go with new brake pads after all. The other ones were pretty beat up. So the side with the squealer tab is always going to go on the inside. Before we go any further, down the 13 mil bracket mounting bolts.
Aren't you gonna tighten the bottom one?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna tighten up the bottom one?
Yeah. Okay, those are on tight. Let's get our outside brake pad in. Take the new bolts and start them by hand.
Okay.
All right, these are going to be 12 mil bolts. If your slider pin is moving when you're tightening this, like it is here, you can hold it for a while. But after some time, you're going to need to put an open end wrench in here to hold it tight. And this particular one is a 16 mil. Okay, everything's back together. Last thing to do is bleed the caliper. All right, now with a second person in the car, they'll press down on the brakes while you open the bleeder. Okay, it's open. There we go. See, let it hit the side plastic piece there. Go right in the garbage can. Okay, ready whenever you're ready.
I'll tell you what. Okay. Closed?
Yeah.
Hang on. Okay. Tell me when it's closed.
It's closed. Okay, let's take a moment there and have a look at our levels and our master cylinder. We're still good.
Okay. Tighten.
Yep.
Okay. Tighten.
Yep.
Kind of start it up and do it, okay?
Sure. It's closed. It's fine.
Yes, do a couple more times.
All right.
Okay. Closed.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Open.
It's
Open when you close it.
closed.
Okay. Okay. Closed it.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah.
I hope. Did a lot of brake fluid come up?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So when you're done, you can either use this one, tighten that back up. I prefer to use proper socket, 6-point. Put on the cap. One thing I want to do here is tighten this down, which I may or may not have done earlier. That's your brake line bolt. Get that down nice and tight to crush those washers. And we're done. All that's left to do is put your wheel back on, lower the car, take it for a test drive. Thanks for watching.